home, honey.
It's gonna be awesome.
We have no idea what we're doing. What did we get ourselves into? Before we can get here, we have to go back to August of 2022, when Santi and Mariella, an RV Instagram account that we follow, announced they were selling their RV. We had been following their adventures and their renovated Class C for a while. We absolutely loved what they had done with the RV, but after moving to Baja and renovating this property CM Palmas, they're no longer RVing. We had been considering selling Maggie, our beloved Class C motorhome. Even though we had done so much work and got her as close to perfect as possible, we were noticing certain limitations with her capacities that just didn't allow us as full-time RVers to travel in her as comfortably as we would have liked. We'd been on the search for a domestic chassis which would increase some of our capabilities, and when we saw their listing for their RV being for sale, we reached out to them instantly. Should I message them and make it official?
I mean, you've applied for loans, so...
We're going to take Dita. We want to buy her. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. We just applied for 2 loans and should hear back within 1 to 3 days. Okay, I'm gonna send.
Alright. It's official. We're gonna buy a new RV.
Since they're located in Baja, we weren't able to see the RV before purchasing it. We just communicated with them through WhatsApp and we did lots of pictures and video tours. It took 2 months to get everything in order. There was so much for us to figure out doing this on the road while traveling and living in our RV full time. We also had to figure out how to register a California plated vehicle in Florida, where we're from, and we're halfway across the country. It has been a lot. But on October 19th, 2022, all of our hard work came to fruition. Today is a super big day. We have yet to see our new RV. They have driven all the way up from Baja, California, and it's here. I'm super nervous, super excited. I have all the feels right now. I hope we didn't make a mistake. She's just as pretty and perfect as in the pictures and videos. Yay! Look at her! She's so much cuter than I thought. Meet Gordita, aka Dita. She's a Coachmen Freelander 21QB. 24 feet in length and 10.5 feet tall with no slides. She sits on a Chevy 4500 chassis. Look at her. She's beautiful. Look at this, Dennis. She's so much better than the one we toured.
Oh my god, yeah.
Well, we wanted to see what it would feel like to be in this RV, so we went to one that was just like the generic, not renovated version, and this is so much better. I think we're very much in shock, a little bit in the overly excited mode and not realizing how much work we have ahead of us. We're like revisiting and walking around. We're like, okay, we want to change this, we want to change that, okay, we want to change this. And they've done such a good job with the renovation, especially on like the really big things, removing the dinette and putting in this super functional couch and workspace. But we of course want to make it our own, and there's definitely some changes and improvements we want to do to this. But before we do anything, we have to test drive this baby. This is like Inception.
First time.
I see Maggie, but we're in a different RV. How is this possible?
It's like I've never driven an RV before.
Every RV is so different.
Yeah, she definitely doesn't turn as sharp as Maggie.
And
And on the highway, it wasn't any more or less stressful than what I'm already used to driving.
You probably want to know more about why we switched RVs. So I covered a little bit of the logic behind this decision. It was not something we made in haste. We seriously considered all the pros and cons between the two. To start, Dita is 9 years newer. She also has no slide. We didn't want a slide. When we found Maggie, it was actually a compromise we made. Slides are fantastic for giving you extra space, but after using it for a while, we realized we didn't necessarily need that space, and it was just kind of like one more thing we had to do every time we wanted to move and set up. We also love her payload capacities. She can carry over 4,000 pounds. That's nearly 3,000 pounds more than Maggie, which as full-time RVers is huge. We can have a heavier bike on the back, we can have all of our things in the RV, we can drive with our tanks loaded if we need to as we head to a boondocking spot, all without worrying about overloading the chassis. Dita also can carry 50 gallons of fresh water while Maggie only had 29 gallons of fresh water. Now in Dita, we can stretch our stays that much longer, or we don't have to be as conservative on shorter stays. It also doesn't hurt that we have a queen size bed in the corner. There are some compromises we're making though. The Fleetwood Pulse was a luxury coach. She had all the bells and whistles, and we made improvements over the years as well to add on to those. She had things like keyless entry, she had all the upgraded luxury fans, we had ducted AC. These are things that Dita does not have. She is a baseline coach, which means she has like the run-of-the-mill fans. They're not even fans, they're like little vents that you turn. We're definitely stepping back in some ways, but what we're gaining we feel was worth the switch and all of the headache and hassle of moving RVs. Today is a big day. We're leaving San Diego and we've not sold Maggie yet. We have had several interested buyers come and tour her, but nothing has really panned out. We know in the perfect and right time she will find the right buyer for her to take her on all the adventures she deserves. But rather than staying in San Diego for the 3 weeks we originally had booked so we could do the transition between the two RVs, we've decided to go to a more affordable and a less noisy place. The RV park we were at was nice, but it was literally right next to Highway 8 and it was so noisy. So we're gonna drive to Arizona, and along the way we're gonna be picking up our new bike. We purchased our bike about a month ago in the Phoenix area as we were passing through on our way to San Diego. Since we still had the scooter, we had to just come back to pick it up, and today's the day, so we were very excited. But since we have two RVs, that means we both have to drive them to Arizona. I normally don't drive, not because I'm like afraid to or anything like that. It's really just because I work when Dennis drives. And it's just a good use of time. That way when we get to the destination, we can just both go explore or go chill or do whatever. But I'm driving today. And I'm driving a new RV that I've never driven before. And I'm going over mountain passes. So I'll be kind of pushed to my limits today, but I know I'm capable and can do it. Shout out to all the ladies who end up driving the RVs. I feel like a lot of men do that in their relationships, but ladies are just as capable. It's about a 6.5 hour drive. Let's do this.
Yeah, yeah. Just give me the word, I'm there. Nah, 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 nah. Hey, okay.
First fill up.
We're at like a quarter tank. I think it's going to be interesting to see how many miles per gallon the Dita gets. We had an expectation of 10 to 12 set for us. Can't cross my fingers in these gloves, but we'll see. It's got a larger fuel tank than Maggie did. Either way, we're getting 12 cents per gallon back on this fill up with Get Upside. So if you haven't downloaded that app yet, make sure you use the link in the description below because it saves a ton of money.
Gas is way cheaper than diesel, so I think in the wash we'll still end up saving money, at least how we calculated it. We have officially made it to Cottonwood, to our RV park. We are going to be spending as much time possible just doing all of the projects on Dita. We have a massive list of things we want to do. She's technically move-in ready, but once we got inside, since we bought our sight unseen, there's just a lot of little things we wanted to change. We're going to be working with our friend Mike from Bad Decisions RV. He's a patron. He's been a longtime friend. You've probably met him in Kentucky if you saw our Kentucky Bourbon Trail video. We also met up with him at the Balloon Fiesta. We're really excited to be back with them, but he's going to be helping us do a special project on the RV. We're going to be building out some badass storage in the over cab bunk area so that we can just make that a little bit more usable rather than it just being like a big open bed where we put a net so things don't fall.
Feel like a party to me. Feel like New Year's Eve. Like to get a little crazy, get a little bougie. Don't hold back your lose.
Ooh, is it good? It's pretty good. All right. It's gonna be awesome. Nice.
I love it. Mike, you did so good.
So that's what this blank area is. We're gonna add cat stuff and make it a whole little catio. And then the rest of it's just cubby style to keep it simple.
Oh my God, I love it.
Usable, yeah.
You can only have 300 pounds up here, so we can't overload it. We have to be very mindful about what we're putting up here.
Are you ready to start moving stuff in?
I am, no, yeah, right. We have so many more projects to do, but this is a very big step in the right direction. We're replacing the backsplash. It used to be this white Subway's peel and stick tile on the back, but I think over the years it kind of yellowed. So we're gonna remove that. We're gonna install our own new backsplash, which I'm excited about. We're also resanding and resealing the butcher block countertops. They've had years of love and use put into them, and it's just kind of showing. So we wanna get them back to that original glow. So Dennis is gonna be working on sanding and resealing, which is a pretty big project. And he's getting sassy with me because I'm vlogging right now, trying to keep you informed of what chaos our lives are right now. We have T-minus 5 days till we move into this thing. And then we have to fully move out of Maggie as well. And 3 of those days, we are going to be in a shop getting work done on Dita. So moving in will not be very easy. So really, we have 3 days. 3 days. It's gonna be a late night tonight. We're working on the wallpaper that will line our bedroom area. The wallpaper that was up there before was really fun, but they had put a lot of holes in the wall and we wanted something fresh. Fun new pattern to make for ours. We came up with a really cool pattern.
Oh, it's done.
Woo! Good job! It looks so good. Today's another big day. We are going to be sealing and finishing the countertops. Aside from the shelving that we built above the cab area, this is definitely the most time-intensive project, but it takes about 2 to 3 hours between each coat for it to dry, and we have to do 4 coats and sand in between, so this is going to be a big project ahead. We're no longer in Sedona. We had to move again to come to Prescott so that we could get Dita's new roof with the Flex Armor installed at Arizona RV Roof. Maggie has sold and her new owners are flying from Charlotte, North Carolina to pick her up in Phoenix. And we have to drop her off in a day and a half in Phoenix. You should see the state of our lives, guys. There's just boxes and projects everywhere. We have so much work cut out for us. Don't ever move into an RV when you live and travel in another one. It's not a good idea. It is officially move-in day. We've decided to divide and conquer. Dennis is going to be tackling some of the projects in the bathroom, including installing our new sink and faucet. And I am going to be on maintenance, so just cleaning up all of the dust and debris from projects Dennis have been working on. We do have Sean here from AZ RV Roof who's helping us out with a few projects for us, which is so awesome. A lot to do today. Started organizing some of the office stuff from our RV and trying to bring it in here, and I'm kind of just like looking at piles of things and going, this is all very overwhelming. Dennis is working on the bays now. We have 90% of our things in Dita, but it's starting to snow.
This weather is ridiculous.
It's official, we are moved out of Maggie. This is a really bittersweet feeling because we put so much love and care. And she's not just an RV to us, for those who may not be familiar with her channel. She's our home. We lived in her for 3 years. Dennis and some of our friends, I did a little bit of work, but mostly them, renovated and made Maggie like completely custom built to us. And so she's super, super special. We know we're making a move in the right direction for, like just our travel style and what we're looking for moving forward, but it doesn't mean this isn't hard. We've done a pretty terrible job of vlogging our experience moving in because one, it's completely overwhelming and so stressful. And we're just trying to get it done. We only had 1 day to move in, and that turned into 2 because we just realized it was not going to happen. Luckily, the buyers were very flexible with us and let us have an extra day to move in. I know it's all the feels, right?
No, it's just one feeling.
Oh, sadness.
Same. This is the christening right here.
Thanks, Maggie. Thank you for all the memories, and we'll miss you. Olive boy,
Come here, buddy.
come here.
Come here.
Come on.
Come on. Come here.
He is not moving.
Come here, turd. You're standing right in front of the camera.
Ollie. Windshield clean, my windshield clean, my windshield. This is my heatless curling wrap. It's not the best look. I don't like to go out in public like this, but it works wonderfully, ladies. I'll have a link down below for it. I got it on Amazon. It's on.